me, but my entire backside is tingling and warm. Not the front, just the back. My ass, if I want to get specific. I'm half flattered, half annoyed, and 100% determined to ignore his shameless behavior, when all of a sudden a loud chime plays above the chatter and drone of anxious travelers. "Attention, passengers!" A woman's muffled, muddled voice comes over the intercom at Seaview International Airport. "Flight 802 with nonstop service from Seaview to Dulles International Airport in Washington, D.C. has been canceled. Please report to your nearest Red Jet Airways desk for further information." I lift a brow, release a breath, and silently sympathize for the 100+ passengers whose hopes of bringing in the new year in another part of the country have suddenly been dashed. The line moves ahead and I grip the handle of my wheelie bag and move ahead an entire 18 inches. Yay! Progress. A man in front of me wears a frown as he checks his phone. "They're saying almost 2 feet of snow in some parts," I hear him tell his wife. "And even more tomorrow." His wife covers her mouth with her hand, her eyes holding worry. "I was hoping we'd be able to get back before the storm hit. You think they'll cancel ours next?" The man shrugs, dragging his thumb down the screen of his phone as he reads, "Possibly. The storm's moving north now. Parts of Maryland are without power already. All of Baltimore is covered in a sheet of ice." She clasps a palm at her chest, twisting a gold cross necklace between her fingers, the corners of her mouth pulled down. "Oh, surely they'd have said something by now. Our plane board's in an hour." "You're right, Margaret," he says, slipping his phone in his pocket and putting his arm around his wife's shoulders. "We have nothing to worry about. They'd have canceled by now." The line moves ahead once more, and I check the time before scanning the area behind me again. Tucking a strand of white blonde hair behind my ear, I peek from the corner of my eye and accidentally meet his gaze again. The dark-haired guy. He's still staring at me. Whipping my attention toward the front of the line, I realize there's a good 3-foot gap between me and the couple ahead. That's what I get for paying more attention to the Greek Adonis behind me and not watching the line. Clearing my throat, I pick my bruised ego off the floor and pull my bag ahead. The lady with the overweight bag appears to be long gone, which explains why the line's finally moving. Dragging in a long breath, I dig my hand into the front pocket of my jeans to retrieve my ID. I stuck it in there before I got in line because I hate to be that person standing at the desk, dumping out their ridiculously overstuffed purse in search of their license because they failed to prepare for their turn. I'm a bit of a budding world traveler. I love to fly. I love to jet set across oceans and continents, countries and states. I've flown dozens of times in the last few years alone. Preparation is my middle name. My heart jolts a little when the tips of my fingers feel nothing but the cotton lining of my pocket. I check the other side, my blood running cold with panic. The line moves again. I'm next. Sitting my purse down, I shove both my hands down the front and then back pockets of my jeans, digging deep and coming up with nothing but lint. I'm sure I look like a crazy person, but I'm dead set on finding my ID. It's in here. I know it is. My mind functions in warp speed, replaying my earlier steps and wondering if there was any possible way I somehow thought I put my ID in my pocket but actually forgot. Mentally retracing my steps, I think back to my hotel room. My bag was packed. My purse was lying on a table by the door. I checked out, hailed a cab. My mind runs blank. I could have sworn I grabbed my ID from my wallet after I paid the cab driver. Yes. I was standing on the sidewalk of the drop-off lane. I know I did. There's a quick tap on my shoulder and a shadowed presence behind me. My body freezes as I'm startled out of my own thoughts, and I turn to face this person that dares to interrupt me at this horribly inopportune moment. "You dropped this, Daphne." The handsome stranger wears a half smirk and flicks my driver's license between 2 fingers before handing it over. Oh God. I swipe it from his grasp. "Thank you." "Sorry for staring," he says, his eyes almost smiling, as if he's not truly sorry. "I wanted to make sure this was you. You should be more careful. This gets in the wrong hands and you never know what could happen." My words catch in my throat.